Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today's Straits Time cover page reads that fight for logistics assets has heated up. But really, for you, the REIT investor, yes, we're delighted to be interviewed in the Business Times today regarding the hot market for logistic assets, beginning with maybe the huge preferential plus institutional placement of Maple Tree Logistics Trust last night. As you notice, ladies and gentlemen, they went on in acquisition brink to acquire 17 assets in China. For you, well, we're going to show you evidence of all the placement. Anyway, the Maple Tree Logistics placement that was done last night is actually the 13th placement this year. Now, how have REIT placements done throughout this year? For those issues this year. That's what we're going to answer. And we're going to basically also talk about the criteria. As a good and savvy REIT investor, what are the things to be looking about in terms of getting the right pricing, knowing what is the right price to be buying. So once again, in today's special video, now it's special, ladies and gentlemen, because this is our Thanksgiving video. Okay, now I know, ladies and gentlemen, that not many celebrate Thanksgiving in Singapore, but I guess because I work in Wall Street from 1996 to 1998. Now, if you read my book, Making Your Millions in REITs, you notice that I was head of research in Nikko Securities in 1992. Yes, we have been in the business for almost 32 years now. And then I went on to head the head of institutional sales at many of the stockbroking houses after I came back from Wall Street in 1998. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we teach in our classes, we basically have the experience and the right expertise and the right movements, to help you to defend your portfolio of REITs well. Okay, so now before we go on, ladies and gentlemen, because it's Thanksgiving, I just want to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen. First, my God. Second, my family. Now you notice that, yes, we're still boxing even though I'm above 55 years old, right? Because I have two little kids, 2 years and 4 years, they're running about. They really need a lot of energy. So similarly for REIT investors, do you go for the jugular all the time? Or do you actually give them a roundhouse kick to defend your portfolio as and when there's a replacement and the share price takes a temporary dip, right? This is what we're going to discuss in the video. And again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for subscribing to our channel. As you know, our event, our Christmas event on the 18th of December, we are giving, tickets to give away. For you to qualify, right, please like, subscribe to our channel. Then get one of your family members or friend to subscribe to our channel. Then send us an email at this address, that's gcpglobalsg@gmail.com, to tell us about your name, your contact number, your address, your contact address, and the name of the person that you recommended that sign up in your website. So once again, let's go down to that. Now, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, like boxing, you notice that this is the list of REITs that have actually done placement for this year. Yes, MLT last night at the placement price of 188 is the 13th REIT placement. Look through the list, ladies and gentlemen. Look carefully. Yes, you'd be surprised that two good REITs, that is actually MIT and Keppel DC. Their share prices as of last night are below their respective placement prices. You'll be thinking, right? How could it be? These are two good REITs, and yet the placement, if you went to buy the placement, you would have lost money. Okay. Whereas compared to the not so fantastic REITs, for example, like iREIT, you'd be surprised that they have done, well, at least they haven't lost money for you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you notice that, wow, if you look at which REIT has performed the most, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's ESR REIT. Okay, and that's the one, ladies and gentlemen, that we have actually picked for our students in our classes. They have paid a lot of money because of this. And then we are excited on the 18th of December event where you get a chance to win a ticket giveaway. As you know, do sign up, subscribe, and recommend a friend, and send us your detail in terms of your telephone number, name, and your email, and the name of the person that you have recommended, so that we can put you on a ticket giveaway draw, which we will do a few days before the event. Okay, so in the event, we actually have Mr. Adrian Chu, the CEO and Executive Director of ESR, to actually tell us and be sharing with us the terms of the barometers of valuation in terms of REITs and REITs pricing. So coming to today's video, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that as the REIT market hots up, it's not surprising that the logistics assets would have gone up. It's the key assets that we're looking for. Cap rates have come down, okay? So when cap rates come down, it means that prices have gone up, right? So it's the same case, right? If people throw you a punch, what do? Do you deflect it, okay? Do you actually counteract it? Do you actually give them a roundhouse kick? Or do you actually just sit and wait for the price to fall? Okay, so in our book, ladies and gentlemen, that's Making Your Millions in REITs, which you can all purchase at any of the bookstores. You can see that we have listed the key criteria of what we look for in terms of this. One is the fact that when a REIT make an acquisition, the key thing is really to look at the quality of the assets. Okay, like in MLT's case, they say that they're acquiring 70 properties, 13 in China, 3 in Vietnam, and 1 in Japan. And what is the yield, right? It's a knockdown yield, man. I mean, because the blended yield of the China 13 assets plus 3 Vietnamese assets is only 5.1%, right? Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if the Vietnamese assets are actually stripped off from the Chinese assets, I can tell you that the Chinese assets were acquired at below yield of 5%. And I'm sure the Vietnamese assets will be trading at a higher yield. So the Japanese asset, for your information, as you can see, and you scrutinize further, you notice that it is only yielding at 4%. So how attractive are these assets? So that's why you notice that today's, when the price came, right, they're trading just above the placement price. Okay, so these are important considerations. The second thing, ladies and gentlemen, is the pricing. Okay, now there's no standard rule that REITs must be able to place out at what percentage discount. It normally depends on one, the liquidity, two, the size, three, the timing, as well as four, the capital structure, which I have enumerated in our book, as well as actually going through very much in our classes. Okay, so do join us for our next class, of course. Other than the December event, the next event or next class is only next year, because this year we have had a great year. It's been a sellout year, so the next class will only begin in February of next year. Okay, so back to this criteria. So if you look at basically the discount level that Mapletree Logistics Trust actually did, it was a 3.1%, 3.5% discount to the VWAP of the previous day. Is that big enough? Is that large enough? Of course, as REIT investors, you want a higher discount, the better, so that you can get a better deal. That's why you will notice that down the line, yes, Capital and China, it's in positive, simply because the discount given, in its placement, it was a very good placement. So remember, like boxing and martial art, ladies and gentlemen, okay, depending on basically what the opponent throws at you or what the REIT throws at you, you may need to defend, not do anything, or counteract. Okay, so essentially, this is what we have been advocating in our REITs classes. So if you like it, do smash and subscribe and do join our classes. Then the other thing that you want to consider, essentially, ladies and gentlemen, is the capital structure. Some REITs capital structure are not that rock solid. Okay, so it is inevitable that when they go for an acquisition, it's for clear. They need to come to you for money. But guess what? If they do price it attractively, such that it's attractive to you, ladies and gentlemen, okay, you can always go for that. Okay, and if it's really priced to steal, so to speak, which normally happens during pandemic crisis proportions, you can really go for the jugular, right? So that's what we have today, ladies and gentlemen. So do subscribe, do join, get your family members to actually enjoy it, and send us an email once you have become a subscriber of your friend, and then we can put you on the book giveaway. So till next week, when we actually do the next analysis. The next analysis will be very interesting one. It will be the next IPO called Digital Core REIT, which is the first data center assets to be listed in Singapore for this particular year. So how well prepared are you for it? Okay, do join us then.